What's up, everyone? This is Dale from Upstate Bets and DFS. I'm here actually without Reoz today, unfortunately, but that's all right. We're going to get things ripping on this slate. Thank you for the tremendous support yesterday. Over 70 likes on the video. We had a massive amount of new viewers, subscribers, everyone. So if we can pepper that like button again, that's awesome for the algorithm. That's awesome for us. You guys left a bunch of comments down below. Love answering the comments. Love the interaction. So thank you all for that. That's it's just been awesome. So we dropped the records up in the corner too. So this video, hear me out. I'm not going to have this video reflect on the record. I'm going to talk about a couple guys that I like because me and Reoz want to get a little bit of a competition going based on our records and who we like. But I'm going to give you four guys, so I'm going to pick up the slack. Usually I do two, Reoz does two. I'm going to give you four guys. I wouldn't say plug them in for a four-pick power. I'd say use these guys to start your research a little bit, kind of, mix and match them. Maybe you got some guys that you like. Just take these guys with a grain of salt. So we're back on Price Picks as usual. If you haven't played before, very fun way to play. You take over unders on player props. You can sign up using promo code Upstate. That'll give you a 100% deposit match on your first deposit up to $100. So thank you for hopping in. Right now, we're sitting at the same YouTube record. You guys are going Team Reoz, man. Don't sleep on me. But this board's tough, man. This board's tough. We're gonna have to go fishing a little bit on this board for some picks here. I'm gonna go to the first guy here. And yeah, just uh, just don't hate me for this one. Just don't hate me for this one. Let's just punch him in. Let's forget about yesterday, and yeah, let's just roll with this one. Let's just roll. Let's just roll for Gary Trent Jr. tonight, 17 and a half. 5 for 13 last night, 3 for 8 on three-pointers, overtime game. He was making a sweat, didn't quite get us there. He was about 4.5 points away, depending on when you got him. He did open up at 18.5, but regardless, still not good enough to get you there. 2-point favorites in this game tonight against Atlanta, who's on a massive win streak. Popped off against Atlanta, in the last day of January. But listen, Atlanta bottom 20 in pretty much every defensive statistic category. So, 20th in points allowed, 29th in shooting guard defense. The usage went down for Gary Trent yesterday, but listen, Van Fleet over 20, Siakam over 20, Anunoby over 20. Um, they all had pretty good games. Like I said, Trent's not going to go for 30 every night, but 17 is a lot better than 20, 21 and a half. So I thought he was going to come back on the slate more than what he opened up on that slate. Actually, he comes in 17 and a half. Really like that. Please don't burn me in the comment section for taking Gary Trent Jr. tonight. But next guy I want to get to, two guys in assists here. I really like both these guys. Harden, 9 assists here. Awesome hit rate, 8 out of 10 in his last 10. He's got Kyrie with him tonight, which is nice. They're 3.5-point dogs. Utah's a tough team. They rank ninth in assists allowed, but hey, 230-point over-under game total in this game. Really like that. He's got Claxton, who's been balling over 20 points in his last game. Claxton's been playing really well. The pick and roll, the lob threat there is awesome. Patty Mills can shoot the ball. Kyrie obviously is an amazing scorer. So look to Harden tonight to have a great game. If you took him against Sacramento, I feel for you if you got burned in PRA or fantasy score. Awful scoring night all the way around for some of those guys, besides for Claxton. But hey, he got things done doing getting others involved, playmaking. He's got Kessler Edwards, a guy that can go out there, maybe hit a couple three-pointers, but he's got enough scoring around him to where I think 9 is pretty shallow. He's at like 9.5 on most like other sites, so 9's a little bit of a discount here. Really like this 9, and the other guy is Luka. He's without Porzingis, and he's trending downwards, 15 to 12, 11, 10. Even if it goes to 9, we still hit here. I don't think it's going to keep just staircasing down. I like him to get around 10 to 11 assists tonight again. I was debating going PRA, but the PRA is pretty high. It's like 46.5. He's going to need like over a 30 bomb, a triple-double there. Sometimes the rebounds get slack, especially with Embiid down there. I don't like him grabbing over 10 rebounds tonight. I think that I think he has a good chance here to rack up some assists. Brunson's been on the trade block. They're debating whether they want to pay him or not. So the offense could be going to Brunson a little bit here to try to get his value up a little bit. I'm not saying that it is. It's kind of like a narrative I'm kind of playing here. He could be giving the ball to Brunson, like I said. No Porzingis. And that's tough in that aspect. The assists did go down. We saw Porzingis play, believe it was the 29th against the Pacers, and he hasn't played against Orlando and OKC, but still over 8.5 assists in those games. So not really too scared. Luka's pretty much matchup proof. Philly's a great defense, but we've seen Luka get it done against every defense, even in the playoffs when defense is harder. People, teams are playing harder defense. He's still getting it done. So 63% in his last 30 puts him at 19 out of 30. So a pretty safe line here. Better than a coin flip taking Luka at 8.5 assists. So three guys here. Like I said, be weary. Be weary of these guys, man. This board's tough. Like I said, we're gonna have to go fishing on this board. I'm searching for guys. I'm sitting here for the past 2 hours looking at these guys, looking at different sites. I'm like, who am I gonna be on tonight? I think these guys I'm pretty safe with. I'm gonna go to the last guy here, and fantasy score. I would love to see a PRA for him. Don't got one yet. Brandon Goodwin. Some of you guys might be saying, who is Brandon Goodwin? Well, he's the backup for Darius Garland. Spent some time in Atlanta. He's on like a two-way contract. Spent some time in the G League as well. Yeah, I mean, Cedi Osman usually handles the ball for this squad, and he's the guy that's the primary playmaker. So a report came in on February 2nd after the game, and they're saying that after a really good game for Goodwin, he had 21 points, but he had like one assist. He had like no assist. So they said, we want to see more of his playmaking ability. He comes out and drops 7 dimes. So he can go out there and do a lot for you. So if he can go for 15 points, 7 dimes, he's been getting a steal a game too, so which helps for fantasy score. That's 3 points here on prizepicks. So he's in a good spot. I think he's in a really good spot. Against Charlotte, we were targeting Marcus Smart against Charlotte. Charlotte plays really fast. I think Goodwin's in a good spot here. I mean, I'd love to see PRA. If PRA comes in at 18.5, I say take the PRA because fantasy score, it's tough. You lose points for turnovers and stuff like that. But if he can go out there, we saw the scoring ability. We saw 21 against the Pelicans, and then we saw 7 assists against the Houston Rockets. So he's trending upwards. I really like this spot for him. Like I said, Osman definitely handles the ball a little bit more, but I think since they know that this guy can dish the rock, they might let him handle the ball a little bit more, but he can get things going from deep. I like his game here. I'm hoping that he can have a nice game here against Charlotte. Charlotte doesn't scare me on defense. Should be a pretty high scoring game. So really like these picks. Like I said, take these with a grain of salt, man. 3-pointers made. Not much for me. I mean, there was a couple guys on the board that looked really good. Don't get me wrong, but I think these are the guys I'm going to be sticking to. So build your lineup around these. I didn't want this to affect the record because me and Raz, like I said, we're going back and forth. So tremendous support. Thank you guys for all that. I forgot to mention we do have a Patreon if you want to support us a little bit more. Obviously, we do have our Patreon record up in the top corner, but we have a Patreon content. We do hit rate articles. We have a private Discord. We do, write-ups. We talk about like 4 or 5 players each in our write-ups. So you got like 10 guys to choose from total every night with solid information for each guy. We're thinking about doing some more things over there. So we're just growing every day. We're growing every day. We're learning. We're evolving. So thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you for all the support. Let's try to get this video up. I'm not going to say 70 because 70 is crazy, but let's try to go for 50 on this video. 50 would be amazing. So like I said, I'm getting this video out a little bit later. But thank you guys for all the support. Let's keep things going. Thank you guys. Peace.